All of us have experienced life difficulties, but unfortunately, we allow the experience of life difficulties to bring upon states of unhappiness, misery, pain, and suffering, and states of being overwhelmed. We find ourselves manifesting these negative states because we allow our mind to illogically bring on these states in response to life difficulties. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Rama Hetep Amen, and welcome to another episode of the Rama Hetep Amen podcast show. Today, we're going to talk about why life is difficult, because we feel as though if you understand exactly why life is difficult, you can overcome the difficulties in your life to reach your greatest success. All right, so I'm going to give you two reasons why life is difficult. We're only going to talk about two reasons why life is difficult, and hopefully through this process of understanding these two principles, you'll be able to overcome your life difficulty and achieve your life success. All right, so now let's get into it. The first reason why life is difficult is pretty simple. Life has meaning and purpose. Your life and all of the things that take place in your life are serving to further a specific objective. Now, please allow me to digress simply for a second. Unfortunately, we adopt this concept that there's this entity up in heaven, this masculine energy up in heaven that is managing and controlling things for our benefit. And that concept doesn't put us into position to truly understand life and how it works. We can talk about this concept of God, or what we call Nebuchadnezzar, but we all must come to the realization that this entity that we attempt to define goes beyond comprehension. So therefore, anything that we seek to define this thing as truly diminishes its true value and purpose in our lives. As a matter of fact, our ancient ancestors, the ancient Cometians or ancient Egyptians, so they coined the term Amen to define the notion of Nebuchadnezzar as being incomprehensible. So it's impossible for you to comprehend this thing. If you look into science right now, science is coming to the notion that there are basically infinite amounts of galaxies within the universe, all with their own stars and planets. Now, if you think about it, and if we are to assume that the universe, because the universe actually means one verse, right? If all the galaxies within the universe are coming from the source, then you can understand the magnitude of this entity and how it is absolutely impossible for us to define this reality. So our ancient ancestors chose to look at it from a different perspective. They said that this entity, since it's the source of consciousness, it would express itself as intelligence, the supreme immutable intelligence. And so this intelligence would therefore bring all things, all diversity in the universe. They would bring these things into manifestation to fulfill a specific purpose towards fulfilling the one objective. So the concept of intelligence, meaning the singular intelligence that existed before the manifestation of the universe, would imply that all things are an expression of intelligence, and therefore all things are in order. So our ancestors chose to term this concept as Ma'at, and said that everything existed within a immutable order, and therefore it was our job to align our thinking, actions, and societies in harmony with this order. But anyway, what I want you to understand from this concept is simply this. No thing, situation, nor being that has existed will exist. No thing can exist without serving to further a specific objective, because all things that come into manifestation are coming into manifestation from the immutable intelligence of the singularity we call source, some people call God. Now, let's get back to your life. Since your life is also an expression of the singularity, an expression of intelligence. If you exist and your life circumstances exist, then your life and as many situations that you endure also are there as an expression of intelligence. So your relationships, your health and wellness, your career, your jobs, your friends, your bills, everything that can possibly manifest in your life It's simply there to get you towards fulfilling a specific objective in your life. And therefore, anything that you experience should not be taken as being against you, should not be looked upon as like the life doesn't like me. You should not look at your life and say that, oh, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? I can't believe this is happening to me. These are all insinuations that there is something wrong with the immutable intelligence that was the source of the manifestation of the universe. And since your life is a manifestation of the universe, that is impossible. You have a purpose that you are here to fulfill. And since in all of your life situations must help you serve that purpose. So one of the reasons why you experience difficulties in life is simply because your life has meaning and purpose. If your life didn't have meaning and purpose, there would be no sensation of difficulty. All right, so that's the first reason. Now, the second reason why you experience difficulties in life is simply because you are being asked to evolve and change into a specific expression of experience conducive to your life success. When you come to earth, you are born within a subject that is governing all of your life situations and things that you go through. That's what we mean by intelligence. If intelligence existed before the universe was manifested, then that implies that everything that can come into manifestation, has come into manifestation, is an expression of that intelligence. So therefore, as an expression of intelligence, your life is governed by a specific subject that you're being asked to evolve and change into. Many people think that any success, unfortunately, they think that it's based upon their conscious manipulation of things, which is not true. 90% of your life success is unconscious. We say that 90% of your life success is based upon you raising your consciousness, raising your experience, evolving your experience to meet the demands of the objective that is governing your life. And when your experience meets the demands of the objectives that are governing your life, you automatically are bestowed with success. Let's look at an example. And you guys, if you've listened to all my videos, you've heard me use this example before. But I want you guys to kind of understand what I'm saying. Let's say, for the sake of argument, you had third period algebra. And let's say third period took place in between 10:30 and 11:30. Okay? When you first came into algebra, that experience was difficult because you were brought into algebra simply because you were ignorant to algebra. You didn't have any experience to algebra. If you already mastered algebra, there wouldn't be any need for you to take algebra. Since you are taking algebra, your level of mastery is still low. So we can say that you are inept when it comes to algebra in the beginning. But through time and experience and enduring situations within algebra, your tests, your quiz, your homeworks, and things of that nature, studying because you knew the subject, you can increase your aptitude, of algebra to a place where the situations of algebra are not difficult to you anymore. So the concept of difficulty goes away because your aptitude of algebra has increased. And once you reach that mark where you have mastered algebra, since algebra is the subject governing 10:30 to 11:30, then you also master that time period because you mastered the subject governing. Well, guess what? Life is the same way. You are here occupying a time interval that is governed by a subject, and therefore your life situations are simply there to ensure and progress you towards increasing your aptitude of the subject. Once your aptitude of the subject is achieved, the concept of difficulty goes away and you're able to experience unending success because everything within your life is simply there to serve to further the fulfillment of the one objective governing your life. We are being asked to evolve. It is unfortunate that we are trained incorrectly to accept our current disposition and try to make life change towards our current disposition And that always puts us in a place of mental anguish, because that is not how the system works. The system is there to get us to adapt and change. Life is not here to adapt itself to you. You are here to adapt yourself to the principles governing your life success. So you feel overwhelmed and burdened because you are trying to use your mental to attempt to make things change around you, when the reality is you're going up against the universe. But the same reality is true about adapting yourself to the objective governing your life. Now you have the full support of the universe. That's why success becomes very easy, because that is what's governing your life, and you got the support of the supreme intelligence behind you now as you go through your life. But we are trained to stay in our current place and get upset about how things happen around us, when the reality is we are supposed to learn from these experiences and grow from them towards a specific aptitude or aptitude. No different than you flunking a test in algebra, you coming back and studying, and you come back and retake the test and pass it. And now everything in that period of time is easy, and so on. You know, if you have a tomorrow, right? If you're going to wake up tomorrow, then your current disposition would be obsolete tomorrow, because the challenges and things that you're going to meet tomorrow renders your current state obsolete. That every day that you wake up and are able to experience life in this physical world, you're being asked to incrementally grow to a certain space to take advantage of the situations that are going to happen each day of your existence in this world. It is unfortunate, but we experience pain and suffering simply because we don't grow to experience, to take on the challenges of tomorrow. You know, so many people say, oh, I'm glad that I was given another day. Well, there's a meaning and reason why you're given another day, because it's giving you another opportunity to grow and reach your highest capability. That's why you exist. That's why you woke up today. And if we all understood the purpose behind our life, we would get better at being citizens within this life as we continue to look ourselves in the mirror and change and adapt ourselves towards the objective that is governing our lives. You know, one of the most unsuccessful people you'll ever meet is a person who's the same person they were 5 years ago. A person that's the same person they were 2 weeks ago. A person that's the same person they were 20 years ago. If you look at their lives, you'll realize that they will never achieve success because they have not evolved. And the life situations are simply asking them to evolve. So you'll also notice in the lives of these people that they experience much pain and suffering because they choose not to adapt themselves or change or evolve their experience into the objective or subject governing their lives. One attribute that all successful people share. Every successful person that you know, they share this one attribute. Now, there are other attributes that they may share, but this is one that you're guaranteed they all share. I don't care who it is. I don't care what success. I don't care if it's a rapper, a R&B singer. I don't care if it's a doctor, lawyer. I don't care what it is. This is the one attribute they all share. They all share the reality that they are not the same person that they are now that they were 5 or 6 years ago. One thing that all successful people share in common is that they all evolved and changed. And you'll find that even though they may have not known the specific objective that was governing their life, intuitively through life, they came to that realization and therefore chose to adapt themselves to the principles governing their life success. If your life is governed by a specific objective, then it's your job to understand, to study, to attempt to evolve your aptitude towards that objective. And from that perspective, you get greater access to your life success. Stop blaming the things around you. Stop blaming things. Stop blaming your current disposition for things that are happening into your life, and realize that these things are taking place in your life to serve to further a specific purpose towards you reaching your maximum success. Okay, so life is difficult for a couple reasons, right? One reason is life is difficult because life has meaning and purpose. And the second reason why your life is difficult is because you're being asked to evolve and change. Right now, you're experiencing difficulty because you are inept to the situations that you're enduring. And once you increase your aptitude of your life, you'll find that the difficulty will go away and you'll get access to greater expressions of success. If you want to know more about your life objective and what governs your life, feel free to reach out to us. We do have a way to help you understand and quantify that. So please reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to help you with that. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button to get updated on other videos that I may post. Also, please like this video to continue to support our channel. Peace and blessings. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon.